So with Team of the Year around the corner, normally I make a how to prepare for it, or at least ways that you could set your club up in time for it. I can imagine this year we might actually get a guaranteed one Team of the Year pack, and it will cost a hell of a lot, but just looking at the packs that we've got already, and we've not even hit like a milestone. Team of the Year, Team of the Season are huge promos. Like, they are the biggest you can get, and yet we are sitting here now with so many packs, up to 600,000 coins worth of packs. You're telling me that you are not going to get one guaranteed Team of the Year? Yes, most people will get goalkeepers from it, but naturally, I can see that happening. So how do I prepare to get ahead of the curve with it? Now, there is so many packs, it's unbelievable with it. So you are going to have a lot to get a Team of the Year, to be honest. Normally we get the upgrades, so we get league upgrades. Normally it is, like 10 players, 3 rare, the rest common, and then you normally have a single pack, so it's like 1 rare, 2 common, and they're all from specific leagues. So if you wanted to try and get the Prem Team of the Years, La Liga, Liga, and Bundesliga, whatever they go with, then you obviously want to start with them leagues. But there's also ways to get one from an 83 times 10, 84 times 20. All of them packs will have a chance if you can hold them. We're not very far away, to be honest. The fact that we're in January in a couple of days, and then obviously it's kind of, I think it's mid to end January, I want to say, Team of the Year. I know we've got Fire versus Ice next, or whatever they want to call it. That promo for me has never been... If your team's looking like this, then I have the place for you. Head over to U7Buy for all your coin needs. They're cheap, fast, and reliable, but make sure to use JT11 at the checkout for 6% off all of your coin orders. A great one, to be honest. So how do we prepare with a club stock? So straight off the bat, we have got the Season 3 Frostbite. This will always depend on what SBCs you are doing. If you're trying to finish a Zidane, an Mbappe, a Hullet, Eusebio, then fair enough. You can't really save packs just yet because naturally you're going to need fodder for that. But once you're finished with them and you don't want to do any more SBCs, we have got so many packs that you can go with. An 83 times 20 there. We then have an 83 times 10. We have an 86 times 3. It's going to be a nice one nonetheless. We have an 83 times 20 or an 87 times 3 there. We also have an 84 times 10, and then finally we have the 87 times 2 as well. In fact, we've got even more. Okay, geez. We have the 84 times 20 again there as well. So already, just from the season alone, let alone the next season as well, we can get 284 times 20s, we can get 87 times 2, we can get loads and loads of packs already. That literally is just playing the game. When it comes to these sorts of upgrades, I wouldn't say keeping an 81 times 11 is going to break the bank for it, because it would be very, very difficult. Yes, it will give you a better chance still. If you're keeping everything, then that's fine, but you've also got to keep the club ticking. So I would kind of be looking... If I'm looking at a small pack, so like for instance an 85 times 2, I would say that would be the one worth keeping. The 84 times 2, the 83 times 2, I'd probably just open. Same with the 81 times 11, because you do need the club ticking for the next part of keeping packs. When it comes to just the standard ones as well, I really would just open them up. You obviously do have a lot of packs here as well. There is so many that you can go for just from objectives. It's a perfect start to the grind. Keep anything that's 80 plus, 85 times 5 or 2 or 1, and then obviously when it comes to the lower ones, so an 83 times 10, that could be the worth open there and keeping them in your club, because naturally they're going to have at least a slightly better chance than an 81 times 10. When we look at then SBCs, again, there is plenty that you can grind through, and if you're not necessarily doing loads of players, you could obviously keep them as well. I would necessarily be looking more towards your 83 times 10s. I can imagine we will get like an 84 times 10 as well, closer to the time, or even when it's actually out. I can imagine there will be a decent amount of upgrades during Team of the Year as well, so it will be an all hands on deck sort of grind. We do have plenty of daily logins that you can go with as well, but I would be looking more towards the bigger packs. When it comes to your 81 doubles, I just don't think they're worth grinding out to keep. Even if it's an extra pack, then maybe you might want to, depending on how you run your club, but at least kind of opening the 81 doubles, the 3 gold rare packs. the likely chance of you getting a team of the year, even though it is all a numbers game anyway, it's just not worth it to be able to then go and do more SBCs. If you want to finish off a base Centurion icon pack, at least you're not limiting yourself to absolutely nothing, because then you just physically won't be able to do SBCs. I'd be keeping 100k packs and above. Rare player packs I probably wouldn't, but 100, 125 definitely keep if you do get any of them. And then obviously when it comes to the League SBC, if you wanted to keep the Prime Golds, that again is not going to be a total buster on your packs, and at least you get some 45k packs if you're grinding them out naturally. So I would personally, if I was going for this, maybe you do want to go with the 45, 50 and 100k packs. I wouldn't keep any megas whatsoever, but I would potentially be looking at just grinding the club out anyway. So you want to be making sure that you are doing your daily gold upgrades, which I've completely lost. You want to be doing them because they're going to help with the club, as well as then stocking the packs. Any 83 times 10s, if you can spare them, they're going to be perfect. Obviously the picks are picks, so you can't unfortunately keep them in the locker for a while. And then obviously as we keep going forward, I would just be trying to keep my club as high as possible. The big thing when it comes to team of the year is having the most amount of golds in that ready to do SBCs. Naturally you want as many upgrades done as amount 83s, 84s, 85s. You want all of your gold commons, all of your gold rares, and you want to be absolutely flooded to the point where you get duplicates everywhere, because naturally with that you're going to be able to do any of the SBCs that come out. Like I say, with the League SBC ones, the League upgrades, normally they do require Prem players, but I know last year they didn't, so you could argue that that's going to be a great case. Normally the premium League upgrades do require 11 rares, so you will need to get the 11 rares, hence why I would say going for them big packs are going to be absolutely worth it to be able to get as many rares into your club. You can grind them out as the game does progress. Other than that, I would say it's a pretty standard upgrade now. When it comes to SBCs and packs, we're going to get a lot of fodder, a lot of SBCs, packs, upgrades, objectives that are all round Team of the Year. If you wanted to, then obviously packs will be available, even if it isn't a guaranteed Team of the Year. When you do look at something like... I'd say, to be honest, I'd say this is probably one of the great examples. The Ultra Wildcard Pack. It has 3 guaranteed winter wildcards, rated 87 or higher. That is pretty decent in terms of the pack. At the very minimum, if you're spending what's 4,000 FIFA points, you're looking at what, 35 quid, 30 quid I'd say for that. So it's a £30 pack, which a lot of people would say is a lot of money, and don't get me wrong, it is. But when you think about, well, personally, my experience of like FIFA 14, FIFA 15, there was no guarantees. And I know the whole reason more is towards how many there is. There was at least no guarantees with them, whereas now there is a guarantee. You get 3 winter wildcards guaranteed 87 or higher, you know that. 11 gold rares that are at least 88 or above as well, which again is pretty decent, and then some loan picks is what it is. But I could open £30 worth of packs of premium gold packs, mega packs, ultimate packs. You think it's 2 rare player packs, that is. So it literally is premium doubles. It's 2 of them basically. I personally think that is a much better way of spending the points than not, and it's kind of what they're going with. They're reasoning with you by saying, yes, it's 600,000 coins or 4,000 FIFA points, but also we're telling you exactly what you're getting. There is no way that you're getting minimum of an 88, and I know it is all circumstantial. There's a lot more SBCs, meaning the fodder doesn't go as far, and naturally you're gonna get good players, but realistically it's gonna be a lot of fodder players as well, more so than anybody that takes your team. So it is that double-edged sword with that, but that is going to be a good way that you can go and get Team of the Years, or at least a chance of a Team of the Year, if you are not opening points now and maybe saving them. If you've got Christmas money, or you've managed to get a pack for Christmas or something like that, it might be the case. And that isn't necessarily the worst that you can do, but I would say I would try and do the grind first. It's kind of, for me, a last resort when it comes to packs personally. But in terms of grinding these, there is a lot to go off. There's easy amounts that you can just keep grinding this game naturally, stocking up your club, making sure that obviously everything is absolutely as full as possible for Team of the Year, as there's going to be some good Team of the Years this year. Mbappe's almost a guarantee. Haaland's got to be a guarantee. Messi with a Ballon d'Or surely has to be in it as well. Midfield wise, a Bellingham is a A chance I know is in the voting. Rodri's a big shout, same as KDB. And then obviously the defence, I feel like is just a bit up there in the air, to be honest. And same with keeper, to be honest. I think Alisson is the favourite at the moment, but we will see as we get closer. So in terms of grinding, I'd be looking to just do any of the bog standard SBCs to start with. So making sure that you are doing your daily golds, making sure your premium bronze and silvers are up so you can do your golds. As we've got 23 days left for it, make sure you are doing that, as it is easy golds back into your club. You could then be grinding the winter wildcard to keep fodder going with it, but also gaining the objectives and potentially keeping some of the rewards in it. And then naturally, every day we are getting 83 times 10s, we're getting 85 player picks. I'd say the 83 times 10s are going to be worth potentially saving, but later on you might find that you want to do an SBC. You can open them, you can keep a couple and naturally just keep grinding round. It's a very easy grind to keep it going. There is plenty of opportunities to get cards and keep going in your club as well. The only thing is, if you are content creation or anything, you do need you need less than 30 packs in your store to be able to see the next one. If unfortunately then your 81 double pack has gone in there and it's at the back, unfortunately then you're going to have to open it in the web app, which for normal people is not going to be a problem. Web app, you can scroll all the way down the whole list and you can open it from there. You just can't do it on console, unfortunately. It's going to be my guide personally. That is the best way to kind of grind for Team of the Year. It is very, very close. And if you have any more questions of what you should be doing, what SBCs, what fodder, what packs, how you should be correcting your kind of grind for Team of the Year, then just let me know in the comments. And I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.